Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Kat here with Mintysmilitia, and today we are going to be breaking down a Devildog Arms 1911 field strip. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Our firearm is completely unloaded, empty magazine sitting here that we've removed from our firearm. And then we will show here, we are looking down the barrel and just making sure that no ammunition is hung up. So this gun is completely safe. We're going to go ahead and drop the slide back. When you are doing this, you want to make sure that your hammer is engaged. You're going to want to just drop that down, and then you want to engage your safety on your firearm. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is our coil plug here. We're going to remove this. When you're doing this, make sure you're not like looking down the barrel or anything like that, because if your fingers slip off, you certainly don't want it hitting you in the face or in the neck or anything like that, or just shooting off, you know, somewhere random in your room. So what we're gonna do, we're going to press firmly, and this is exactly why you're gonna want your safety on, okay? Obviously your firearm's unloaded, but you don't want your slide here to have the ability to drop back, okay? So you're gonna put it in safety, that way it's not moving on you. We're going to press this down. This portion right here, your plug, we're going to push it down, and we are going to turn our barrel bushing to the right. Ooh, it's coming off. I just don't want to lose the spring. There we go. And the spring is going to release. Okay, that is step number one. There we go. Step number one. This one on ours just slides on and off. Some of them in different tutorials and things like that online, you'll see that they are like, that they'll screw on a little bit and they'll catch. This one just slides on. So what we're going to do now that the spring tension is released, we're going to work on removing part of the slide. So your barrel bushing here, let's see here, turn it back, line it up. So when your barrel bushing spins, it's going to spin at either a 90-degree or a 45-degree angle. So we're going to hold this down so you can see it. When the spring is released, you're going to go ahead and push this pin. Okay, you don't need any fancy tools. There's no tension on it. It's going to lift up. So when it's in your firearm, it's at this height. And when it's elevated because you've pushed your pin, it goes up. So your slide stop can be removed. And then your whole slide can come right off the receiver. Okay, so you have your receiver. Oh, Andy, leave couch alone. So you have your receiver, and then you have all of your parts here. Okay, so here's where you can remove your barrel bushing. This is where you can remove your spring. So you're going to go ahead and remove your spring. Drop that down. We're going to remove the barrel bushing. So it will be at the right. Okay, so this is right. I believe the camera is going to mirror automatically, but you want to make sure it goes to the right. Okay, it's going to be 90 degrees to the right, and it's going to lift up. Ooh, if I can get a hold of it. There we go. You're going to drop this little loop down, and then your barrel is going to slide out the end of your slide. So very different than a Glock, different than a Ruger, where everything just kind of lifts up and pulls out. This one goes directly out through the front. So it feels pretty taboo from breaking down like a Glock to clean it. A Glock is my everyday conceal and carry. This one's a little different. Like I said, it feels pretty taboo, like to pull it through the front of the firearm. But that's exactly what you do. Just gonna wiggle it a little and bring it out. It's a nice tight fit. So now your firearm is completely disassembled, so you could clean this up. Like if you have been at the range and you've shot, a few magazines through it, or, whole box or whatever, breaking it in. So reassembling, okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and put our barrel back into our slide. Make sure it's set in there. You'll feel it set back. We're going to take our spring and place it back on top. Now with this spring, as you guys can see, there are different, let's see, there we go. It almost looks like cat ears or like little legs. those legs you want to set on top of your barrel, okay? So this is how you're gonna wanna set it, just like this, with your legs down on your barrel. You slide it in through the back, set it right on top. Now when it comes to your loop, your little ring, you're gonna wanna make sure that that is down and not far all the way back. We're gonna wanna make sure it's standing up, and I'll explain why in just a second. So we are at this point now. You can go ahead and put your barrel bushing back on your firearm. It's going to snap down in there, set it in on the left, and then you can turn it all the way to the right, which is where it's gonna have to be, okay? For it to fully go back in once you have your slide placed back on. So now we have our barrel set in our slide. So the barrel is set in our slide. The bushing is back on the tip here, and then we have our spring in, ready to go to be reloaded back into the receiver. You definitely want, like I said, want to make sure that this ring is down, because that ring needs to line up right here with your slide stop. Okay, so it's really important. It makes it so much easier. So what we're going to do is take the receiver, line it up on the firearm, and we are going to go ahead and walk it back. Now obviously you have to let go. And we are going, it's not lined up quite. Where are you at? Right there. All right, so this is a tricky part, okay? So once your loop, your inner loop from your barrel is lined up internally with your pre-drilled holes for your slide stop, you're going to take your slide drop pin and set it in. You do not want to drag your slide stop, because you'll scuff up the framework or your slide. So do not have it do not set it in and then drag it down to push it in, and do not set it in and then slide it up. How to do this is kind of like setting like a nose, like if it's a broken nose, you're literally going to hold your thumb in, and with the other thumb you're just going to put a little pressure, just like a little, and it might sound crazy until you do it the first time, and then it's going to make a lot of sense. So here we go, we are in and we are down. So you are going to push in slightly up, and this one you're just gonna, okay? So in at the same time, and just this little, like setting a broken nose. Not that I've said any, but you know. Okay, so from this point, we are going to go ahead and set our spring back, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep this up. Okay, it's gonna wanna slide back on us. We're just gonna hold it into place. And then we are going to walk our spring back down. Like I said, watch your face, because there's gonna be a lot of tension. And then you're going to keep your spring cap down and slide back your barrel bushing. You're going to hear it click back into place, and then you're going to see everything line up as it did before you did your field strip. Okay, our hammer is still back, safety is down. Going to clear our firearm, make sure that it's functioning properly. All right, rack it one more time, we'll put safety on. Now this is exactly how you guys can break down 1911 all on your own. Obviously, once you have it all broken down, you can do all different types of, you know, cleaning and anything that you guys want to do with it. But this is a Devildog Arms 1911. Today we did a field strip on it. If you guys have any comments or any questions, or if, you know, the Devildog was your first firearm, you know, and you want to share that with us, please leave that in the comments below. But yeah, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and on Facebook as well at Mintysmilitia, and tune in and make sure you guys subscribe for more instructional videos. We will see you guys next time.